Welcome along to another F1 Clash video, and we are on our way to F1 Clash 2024 season. You are starting to see notifications in-game which alert you to the potential of the new seasons. And I'm here to take you through what happened last year, give you an insight of some of the challenges that you may look out for this year. Remember, these are not guaranteed, these are not confirmed, but I would recommend you using them to get yourself a very solid base advantage. Last year, the challenges I don't think changed, so who knows, this year could be the same. So first of all, if you've updated the game, in the top left-hand corner, you are going to see season score. That is maybe new that you haven't seen before. So it is a case of getting ready for the new F1 Clash season. The 23 season score it's called. So let's read you through this and let's get into what happened last year. So just like the FIA Formula 1 World Championship, the winter months are your chance to build your skills, rework your roster and get ready for new drivers and cars. So new driver upgrades, different ranking as they do in the real world. Maybe we'll see likes of Oscar Piastri get an increase, and some of us certainly a decrease. Stroll. Sorry about that. So soon we'll be tracking the season score, tallying up everything achieved through the whole of this season. Season score translates into rewards, which can go in terms points, constructor championship points that you can exchange for assets next season. And I still have my season score open so I can show you what that looks like. You can basically get an advantage for the new season, and the best players will also earn permanent benefits for the new season. That's an interesting one because it says permanent, so let's see what that does. So if you've went through this before, you know what happens. You need to spend any CC points before they carry over, otherwise they get lost. So in the new season, you'll start basically again. You'll be retaining any books, liveries and boosts, as well as club and weekly league divisions. Flags and series will be reset, and any leftover coins will convert. All your progress, in theory, gets reset back to level playing field. Everything goes into the Hall of Fame, which you can click on your stats and go and have a look. So then you can look at anyone else's as well. There is still 2-3 months left. We're potentially looking around the first or second week of May historically as to when it comes in. So you can see this is what it looks like in terms of the Constructors' Championship store. But hold fire. We're going to come back to this at the end. So let's first of all open some of the challenges that we had last year. So what I would say for now is use these as a base. If Hutch change them, Hutch change them. But I can't see you being drastically far off when it comes to the end of the season. So any coins that are remaining will convert into CC points. You can see I've got the image here down to 10 billion. I think it goes up to 100 billion. Might be up to around 180 CC points. Can't remember off the top of my head. But down that left-hand side, any coins that are spare, you will get converted into championship points as well. Then, and these are jumbled up, so weekly league. So you know every week on a Monday it resets and you climb the divisions. On your weekly league, you need to make sure you stay at the top. So by the time this season resets, which you'll know in whenever Hutch decide to tell us the date, Legend is where you need to be. If you want to max out your points and your constructors points, you've got to stay in Legend. That is one key. So stay in weekly league, Legend. Then, as we move through, total win count. So this is one that you need to potentially aim for. To get 100% on this challenge, which we had to do last season, you needed 1,500 wins. That is 1,500 wins including GP event races. As long as you've got 1,500, you will be getting 100%. Total race count. That total race count sits at 2,100 for a 100% completion of this challenge. If you haven't got that, start racing towards it. Then, we had highest series reach. So obviously we get the low flags meta at the moment where everyone sits in the lower series. By the end of the year, everybody is going to go to series 12, because if you want to score 100% in this challenge, you have got to enter series 12. You don't have to complete series 12, you just need to enter series 12. So that could be another challenge that we get yet again. Highest Grand Prix event position. So this is why getting a Champions P1 is so important to a lot of players. If you want to complete every single challenge and you want to get the best unlock for the next season, which could be something like crate reduction timers that are permanent, you get a platinum frame if it's the same as last year, you need to go and get winner, and you need to get a Champion P1. For this challenge, you will notice the only thing that comes close to a Champions P1 is a Contender P1 finish. A Contender P1 is better than a Champion P2. So that is where a lot of players will start going for a Contender P1 if they can't get a Champion P1. So make sure you get one of them in your bank early, potentially. Then we have the Grand Prix event medals. So progress by earning Grand Prix event medals. The higher the final rank and the tier of difficulty, the bigger score. So as you can see there, they have entered Contender 1 and a Champions P3, which equals 77.5%. So you've got winners medals in there, Champion P1, Champion P2, P3, and you need to get the best 2 medals from that category so you can get the highest percentage of stat in there. We have then on to some of the more ad hoc standard challenges, let's say, and they are your upgrades and unlocks. So we've got driver upgrade. So this is obviously going off last season, but to enable you to get 560, you have to max level every single driver. As you can see in this screenshot, let's say 41, you've got to go and max everything out to get 100%. We've got drivers, so collect as many unique drivers as you can. So last season there were 60, and you simply got 100% by unlocking every single driver. We've got the same for component upgrades, so basically upgrade your parts for your car to a max level for every single one of them. The more you get, the higher percentage in component upgrades, and no surprise to see components as in there too. So unlock all your parts as well for your car. And that brings us back to the coins. So the only one that I haven't got is a progression bar, because that gives you what a reward you get. So it could have been like, it could have been 6 weeks of a crate timer reduction. It could be 6 months of a crate timer reduction. Obviously, the more you max out and the more challenges you complete, the higher reward system you're going to finish on. And obviously that will be announced by Hutch in due course. But that is one thing to go and have a look. And I'll quickly flick through some of these again, just so some of you who are watching can go back and maybe get some little screenshots. But they are the challenges from last year, and that is definitely something you want to have a look at, because they don't tend to change too much. I think races have changed once in terms of race count. Components, drivers, expect to see the exact same as well. So that is what happens. And then after all of that, maxing out, you will earn Constructor Championship points. That is known as your season score. So as the new season starts, this store, which you can see will be in the same place as the season score at the moment, you can go in here and you can, top right, you will get your total amount, which could be like 300, 400, could be anything depending on what Hutch release. And then you can go in day 1 of the season and buy what you may want to buy. At the moment, there is no saying what to go and buy. But for example, you could go and buy 350 points and get Norris. You could get Hamilton, Alonso, all of Series 12. And that goes all the way down to Series 1. Obviously, Series 1 cheap. You can see 25 and it will get 10 Alex Albon. So obviously, they are all done by series. They're all available in there and they all come at a different cost. You can buy them. It is not a system, CC points, where you go and buy it and you get a massive head start. What it is there for is to give you a slight advantage, get you up and running quickly in the new F1 Clash 24, which will be season. Now, these are not confirmed. Obviously, this is not looking at F1 Clash 24 on this store. This is simply from 22 into 23. So bear that in mind, and all the challenges that I've just basically walked you through is not what the challenges are going to be. It could, but we have no confirmation yet from Hutch what them challenges are. But I would 100% go and use them as a base and go and start ticking off, because they're not going to change massively, I expect. I've seen a lot of people comment before on Reddit, on Facebook, should you really race now to the end of the season? Why not just wait for the new season? These challenges are why. You need to go and unlock as much as you can, still get your best finishing positions, and you will get more of an advantage into the new F1 Clash 24 season. So, hopefully that helps you. For any new players who haven't been through this before, remember, you'll keep your books, you'll keep your liveries, you'll keep your boosts. Everything else tends to reset. So we start again. The fun and games of F1 Clash will start again around the 1st or 2nd week of May, usually. Keep that note down. Work hard, start racing, tick off them challenges as a base, and hopefully when Hutch announce them, you will be very close, if not already completed, some of them challenges. It is never too late to go and finish them off. So go and take a look at them. Go and start earning away, and hopefully we'll see you in the F1 Clash 24 season, and maybe we'll get some cheeky throw-ins by Hutch so that we can give you some sneak peeks nice and early.